Well, folks, Artie here. Try and enjoy this glorious Aussie day here today. Clouds are sort of clearing away. We should have a good day in the next couple, a good weekend. Last week or two, there's been a few amongst the YouTube group. On a couple of channels, a few channels now, we've been discussing about burnouts and depression and what brings it on and how we deal with it. And honestly, amongst most of us, regardless of age, will come up. It will hit us in some form or another. Either it's been brought on by home fronts, matters at home, matters at work, and just life in general. The best thing I found out with it, how to deal with it, is find someone you can talk to. Put your hand up and say, hey, I need help. I need to talk. Just listen to me talk. Don't have to answer back or anything like that. Just listen. It's good to have someone that's going to listen to you, non-judgmental, of course. Just listen to what you got to say. Now, it hit me bad since my last accident I had May 1st last year in 2020. And apart from fighting and arguing with insurance companies regarding the wreck that I had in the truck, in the rig, wasn't my fault. It actually deteriorated my lifestyle. And it brought on the burnout, it brought on the depression. And living on my own, I found it even harder to deal with. I had my operation in, a big shoulder operation in January. And for an able person that was able to do things all on his own and self-reliant or self-sufficient, you can say, yeah, that brought me right down. I couldn't do my hobby. I couldn't do my hobbies like my multi-trains, music. I couldn't go out. Couldn't drive anywhere. I was stuck at home. And I really get annoyed when I hear all these people crying and crying foul about all these COVID lockdowns and whatnot. It angers me. Here I am still stuck at home. I'm still fighting to have one more operation done on one of my hands. And I can't enjoy my hobby. The hobby I like the most is the model trains. I like building. I like constructing things. I like to operate it. My layout ain't too big at the moment, but I would really like to expand on it, but I can't. And with the lockdown situation here, there's no one here to assist me. And being on my own, there's no one here that's willing to come out. Hey, listen, we'll have a work being come and help you out. The model railway community or model railroad community within my area is very, very small. And then you've got these little niche groups, so they just keep to themselves. That's that's my rave on that part of it. But how do you deal with it? Especially when you got the depression side, how you deal with it. That's hard. Some people drink, Some people take drugs. Some people gamble. Well, I don't do any of that. Thank God. But how did I deal with it? It's very expensive. I get my pay, I get my money and income, and I spend it all on my hobby. And on the short term, at the time, it's a terrible idea. But I suppose, even as I talk to my psychologist, which I do go and see to get help, there's one thing he agrees with me. At least I've got something to show for it at the end, what I've got. I've slowed down it quite substantially because it's nearly as bad as gambling. You just got no money. You just cannot move forward. And we get certain things that happen and then you got nothing going on. But you see what I mean about... yeah, it's a hard thing to deal with. I've found this group, these small groups, I got back into it. Slowly ground back into it. And I thought, well, this YouTube thing is not too bad. There have been a few friends over the US that have been pestering me to share my skill and my knowledge and whatnot. So what the heck? Started looking at a few videos and whatnot, and won't mention any names who actually got me. Didn't actually get me into it, but it was like, hang on a minute, I can share some of my knowledge just to make things a little bit easier. And it's given me something new to do, something different, something I'm able to do to a certain degree. And I am enjoying it. I'm not going to go too quick and too hard on it because that's how you burn out. Sometimes you've got to step back and take a break. I've taken a break from constructing at the moment only because I had to. I have made my trucks just recently, as some of you guys would have seen. I'm just that type of person that's got to do something. I've got to fiddle. I've got to construct something. I've got to make something. I cannot just sit there and watch endless YouTubes and endless movies on TV. It gets too boring. I'm not like that. But at the end of the day, if you need help, if you're going down that path, don't be ashamed to yell out and call out and say, hey, I need help. You know, there are people there that will listen to you. If you're not amongst your group, maybe another group, or don't be embarrassed about going and seek professional help. Because you need to talk about it. So I'll show you in a sec what I mean about how things went with me. Burnout and depression and everything else. I got to points where I just didn't give a rat's. I'm getting back into it now, gradually. I've got a lot of work to do, and you'll see what I mean. So, this is what's happened. There's my train room. As you can see, it's a decent size. It's a flaming mess. Look at it. I can't do nothing. I've got to clean it all up. Who's volunteering to come and join me? There's the layout at its stage at the moment. As you see, it's hasn't progressed anything anywhere. I have got lights coming in for that turntable in the corner. That should be here in about another 3 weeks. And then once that's done, I move up to the next level. And then in the middle here, it gets expanded out to the middle, which I need to clean up. But I've got to make the layout in such a way that it's removable. I'm in a rental place at the moment, so I've got to be made so it's it can be split apart. And there's my temporary workbench. Isn't that lovely? Heaps of room to work on. So, yeah, that needs to be tidied up. I need to replace that table. That table has to come out from there and taken outside and swap it over for a smaller one. Because the 8-foot board that I'm putting in is going to come up roughly about here. So I'm going to be very, very cramped. And of course there's some of my train collection. There's more in there, and I can't open it all up because I've got rubbish around. I've got plenty of stuff here. They're no good in boxes. Now, with my collection, I have two lots of collection of trains. One are for my layout here, or my potential layout, and the other lot is for when I go to the shows and exhibition, which is the longer trains and whatnot. So I've basically got two different sets in there. But yeah, in this next week, I have to get this all sorted out. Some things I can throw out, some things I have to keep, just in case I have to move again. So anyway, I'm going to take us outside and show you the outside area, and we'll take it from there. Okay, so this is the lounge room. As you can see, this is my work table while I've been working and doing the truck models. Because my back room's been all filled up, I've taken over this. Yeah, it's in the process of being cleaned up. This little creature here, that's the boss of the house. I just pay her rent. Yeah, very judgmental. And does tell me when enough's enough. But you can see, yeah, I've expanded out into another room. Because my training room's full. And basically it's full of junk. And stupidly enough, from that table I moved over to the dining table. Some of you guys will be asking the question, how does my missus put up with it? Well, I'm lucky I don't have one. So anyway, I'll go outside and show the outside area. So here's my laundry, which acts as a paint bench. There's some more section for my layout. It's being used as a bench at the moment. And my workshop is basically on the outside. There's little projects here to be done. But the way my hands are and whatnot, that sort of project's on hold. And anyway, wasn't too bad of a place. My landlord is constructing a granny flat at the back. You know, I mentioned this to you, Heath. You can move in, mate. Look, fully ventilated, mate. Don't have to worry about walls and windows and whatnot. And you just got a full air conditioning throughout the year. Now, I was contemplating about moving into it, moving my stuff from this house into there, but when I measure the bedrooms, and yeah, basically just measuring out the rooms, the bedroom's actually smaller than what I got here, and couldn't build a decent size layout in the spare bedroom. So I'm just going to stay put where I am. So just basically an outdoor courtyard to do all my painting out here, my spray painting. Because as some Australians will know, some agents get very particular about damage inside the house. So I've got to look after it. So anyway, we'll go back inside and we'll start the mail call. So anyway, we'll get onto the mail call now. Let me put this camera in a bit of a different spot. I'm all new to this, so just bear with me, folks. Now, I don't know how this is going to go, but I actually ordered some mini cameras. Now, I've got to learn on eBay. I've got to work out. I've got to check out the people that I buy things from, because they're not always in the country they make out to be. These are meant to come from Australia, but I doubt they did. So anyway, I've got some little cameras. I don't know, there might be one or two on this. I'll just have a look. These are to go on the trains. Oh yeah, put the USB sticks in there, the micro SD card, USB outlet there. That's the little camera on the front. I'll check it out and see how they work. And basically, yeah, I'll do a review on it and let you guys know what it's like. A little bit of instructions, so that's one. I was actually hoping it was going to be a little bit smaller, because I wanted to mount it permanently inside one of the trains. In one of the engines, they have it moving around, having it in a train all the time. I'll have a look. Okay, so that's that one. I just put that in a package because I've got to respond to it, because the reviews actually showed a lot of people have problems with these cameras. So I'm just going to keep a hold of this. And there's supposed to be two in this one. These are meant to be the little cube ones. Let me see what I've got in here. Oh, there's three in here. It's all squashed too. Not happy with this, Jan. Full HD. Oh, look at that. Now, it'll be interesting to know to see if these work or not. Little cube speakers. Oh, there's a cube cameras. Yeah, I'm going to have to learn to read Chinese by the looks of it. Instructions in English. Yeah, we've got English instructions, so I've got to learn how to use these. There's actually three in here. I thought I've only bought... Oh, that's right, I did buy three. So I'll see how these go. There's a little clip in here too, little stands. Oh yeah. They go on some form or another. So I'll have to learn how to use this. And oh yeah, there's a clip for it there. Okay. So anyway, I'll see how these work. If they're any good, might be lucky enough I'll be able to. Even this is actually a little bit big, but I was hoping to install it in the engine. Now, if this works all right, one of the cameras I actually intend on having is in one of the signal boxes or the switching towers, and it will be permanently mounted in there, so we can actually see the trains going past the switch yards. So I've got three cameras here, three of the same, so I'll see how they go. Again, I've got to see if they work. If they don't work, I won't be a very happy chappy. They're meant to come from Australia, from Sydney, which is only an hour and a half up the road, but it's taken 14 days to get here, so I'm very sceptical that they were actually in Australia in the first place. So yeah, very, very unhappy. I definitely won't be dealing with these people again. time it's taken them to have it shipped and delivered to my place. I mean, they only got here in a hurry is after I had a complaint. And I started jumping up and down because freight normally takes about, in with the lockdown, usually takes about 3 days for items to arrive from Sydney. This has taken like 14 days to get here. It's very unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. I could have had items from the United States, from Amazon in the US, send this type of items and would have got it here within 7 days. So anyway, that's a quick mail call. We'll be talking to you guys soon. I'll see how these cameras work, and I might do a bit of a video on them, whether they work or not. So I'll talk to you all guys later. Happy modelling, and please stay safe.